Hello everyone! Today I would like to color this page by Any Coloring. The coloring book is called Mythical Women and this is beautiful demon. I wanted to color her like forever and I would like to try my new Ohuhu watercolor brush pens. Well, I have them for a few months, but I have never tried them. I already did a swatch of all of these and yeah, the colors are very nice. The order is the same order as they are inside the box. I didn't sort them out, so the color palette may looks unbalanced maybe. So yeah, I have the feeling that I miss some colors, but that may be just my feeling. Anyway, we will see how they are in practice. One thing that I find a little bit uncomfortable is that I don't see any light skin tones. Maybe this could be a shade of a skin, but there is no lighter skin tone. These two could be used for medium to dark skin tone, this one as well or this one, but for really light skin I don't see which colors I could use. Well, if these would be watercolors, I would mix this ochre with carmine and I would manage to mix a light to medium skin tone. But I really don't know how these brush pens, how they are for blending, and for mixing. It will be kind of experiment for me. Also, what I noticed is that some of the colors were really hard to blend with the water and they left stains like this, Some other colors were really beautifully blended, but again, I really need to use them in action, in practice, to see how well they can be blended and so on. This is Hanemule watercolor sketchbook and it's 100% cotton, but it has only 250 GSM. The stains may be the issue of this paper. I printed this picture on Canson paper. It's 224 GSM. It should be well for mixed media and for watercolors as well, but of course for nothing heavy because it's quite thin. But I think that for the water brush pens, this paper will be well. But again, we will see. This will be the first time I will try watercolor brush pen and actually this paper. I thought about the blue color palette. I would like to try, this for the skin tone, maybe mixed with these two because I want her all in blue, or at least some elements. I see her eyes in blue, like in shiny, glowing blue, I'm not sure if I should do the skin blue as well, or hair, or I should rather do some brown hair, and regular light skin tone and just blue eyes and maybe blue horns. I don't really know, but I will probably stick to the blue color palette. So I really like all these blues. Yeah, I already miss some of the colors, some more blues, but it all depends on how they will be mixable or blendable. And I would like to try them the way that I will just apply the liquid right from the pen on the picture and then blend it with a water brush. So as I said, it will be a lot about experimenting and really trying a new thing. Yeah. So yeah, I think we can start, right? So I just finished this picture, and as you can see, it's quite a messy work. Yeah. In the end, I was using only 3 colors. Unfortunately, there is no color name or color number. The only indicator is this. Hopefully, the colors will be well recognizable. And yeah, basically I used light blue, dark blue and black. And if we look into our swatch chart, I was using this color and this one and the black one. Yeah, of course. So my thoughts about the watercolor brush pens. Well, it was a struggle, it was a fight, especially at the beginning. I started with the eyes, and yeah, I wanted to make them glow, but I would need much lighter blue than this one was. And if we look, it was the lightest blue. I didn't want to use this shade, I wanted more like into the green side. So I started with the one thing that I knew how I want to have it, and it was the eyes. Then I continued with hair, and it was the moment when I decided to use black. Because as I said at the beginning, I really miss some colors. I would really appreciate a darker blue, but this one was quite light, even if it's like dark blue. It's the darkest blue we have in the set, but it's still not enough. And I tried various techniques, because I have never tried any watercolor brush pens, and I didn't even look on the internet. I didn't search how to use these pens. So this was really something new for me, and I really enjoyed discovering everything. Even though it was very frustrating at the beginning, I kind of didn't know what I'm doing, but it was really fun and it was quite an experience. So what I found the best for me was to use these 2 shades first. Start with darker blue, then blend it with the lighter blue immediately, and use a water brush right away. And then, while it was still wet, I went with the black and blended with the dark blue. Then again, I blended everything with with the water brush, and in the end, I used light blue. Just because I felt that by blending with the water brush, the colors lost their vibrancy a little bit, but I don't think that was really necessary. But yeah, it didn't make it worse. These brush pens, they are watercolored, so of course they will reactivate when you go over with the water after drying. And there were 2 cases when I was really uncomfortable with that. And the first case was, for example, on the face. It bled on some areas, So I had to go with a clear brush again and blend the whole area, And it's still not 100% perfect. You can see a little bit black here in the face. The second thing was that somehow I splashed few water drops on here. It was probably during making the background, and this could be hardly fixed. That kind of bothered me. On the other hand, it supported the overall aquarelle feel, and I used that when I was doing the background. I intentionally touched some areas Oh, like here, for example, and around the hair, you know. Yes, we have the hard edge here, which could be fixed, I guess. I could try to blend it with a clear water, but I don't really mind. Actually, I really like all of these imperfections because they really support the watercolor look. Actually, I'm really surprised. Somehow I didn't expect that the finished picture will look like it was done with watercolors, even though these are watercolor brush pens, so it's kind of logical, you know. Anyway, I'm very happy with the final result, especially because this was my first time using this medium and without knowing anything about it. So I guess my next projects will be only better and better. Yeah. Anyway, I think I still need to figure out some other way how to blend them. I don't really know if the way that is comfortable for me is the right way to use them. I will definitely want to explore more about these brush pens, and I would love to explore more techniques, even though this technique I used here, well, the main technique that was comfortable to me, really fits my style. I would love to explore more techniques and really dive into all the possibilities, you know, because this medium is really interesting and I believe that I can do much more styles and much more techniques. Anyway, if you are using water brush pens, and it doesn't have to be Ohuhu brand. I think it really doesn't matter which brand you are using, but if you are using any watercolor brush pens, let me know in the comments how do you use them. I am really curious to see and to find out some new techniques. So that will be really great if you could let me know. Yeah, if it comes to this paper, as I said at the beginning, it's Canson paper, something a little bit more than 200 GSM. As you can see, it's curled on the edges because I was wetting the paper with the sponge. So obviously this is not watercolored paper, it's more mixed media paper. So on this background where I used more water, it started to buckle up, and also I noticed that the paper started to peel off when I was blending this area, you know. On the other hand, when I was coloring the main picture, it stayed almost flat. What I do with curled pages is that I curled them in the opposite direction, and I am really gently now, even though it doesn't have to look like that. But I do this, you know, I do this roll, and then I play with the paper a little bit more, and it's now a little bit more flat. You know, just do what you need to do with it. You don't want to roll the paper too tight, you know, and yeah, that's much better. I don't use iron. If I really want the page to be flat, then I place it under a pile of books and it will help to make the paper more flat. This is definitely something I could recommend because it's really fun and gives you a lot of possibilities, and you can really play around with this medium. So I hope this video was interesting and useful for you. If so, I would really appreciate if you could give this video a like. And now I just wish you have a beautiful day and see you in the next video. Bye!